Hello bakers, if you are looking for something delicious, you have come to the right place because today we're going to be making your new favorite sweet treat. We are going to be making Biscoff pastry swirls. This recipe is perfect for holiday entertaining and makes a really beautiful festive treat. These Biscoff swirls are flaky, caramelly, sweet and crunchy. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Let's get straight to it. One of the best things about this recipe is how few ingredients you need. I have just got 2 sheets of puff pastry here and some Biscoff Spread. You could just use regular Biscoff Spread, but I found this crunchy one the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I am so gonna use this one. Then to serve it, we're just gonna dust it with some icing sugar and drizzle it with more Biscoff. Sounds pretty good to me. Now just some prep. Go ahead, turn on your oven, moderate temperature, 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll also need a baking tray with some baking paper, and I have just very lightly coated it with some spray oil. One last thing you'll need, and that is a spatula or a spreader of some sort. I have got my one here. Yes, that's right, it's mine. I made it myself. These are available on thebondbaker.com. This is perfect for smoothing and spreading. Also really fantastic for cake decorating and cupcake decorating as well. Back to baking. Grab your sheet of puff pastry here, your first one, and grab whatever spread you're going to be using. Let's spoon some out. Actually, you know what? Let's just go straight onto the spatula. Oh, look at this, yum. Okay. I reckon let's go pretty generous. Maybe a little bit more. Nice. Too much? Never enough. There's never enough Biscoff. So we're gonna start pushing this out to the sides, out to the edges. Now, if you don't have that much Biscoff, you can just do this a little bit thinner, or if you like a lot of Biscoff, that's fine as well. Just kind of go for it. This is looking like a really nice amount that I put on. At the time I was like, whoa, it's probably a little bit heavy, but actually I think it's really good. There's something so satisfying just about like spreading stuff like this, frostings and spreads. It's just like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a weirdo. Why are you smiling? You can't think I'm a weirdo. You have to love me. Next up, this sheet can go on top, and I have just been keeping the plastic film on because I just find it easier to manipulate. So once it's on like that, just press it down and then we can peel off this plastic. Just keeps it a bit tidier as well. Lovely. So from here, I'm going to cut it in half. And if you had a pizza cutter, you could so use one of these. I don't have one, otherwise I'd use it for this. We are going to cut this into thirds. We're gonna cut the half into thirds. I had a little taste of that crunchy Biscoff as well, and it is so good. It's actually like got the biscuit crushed up into it. It's like amazing. Now, if it's getting a little bit messy, like it's okay. We're gonna make it look pretty in a minute, so don't stress. I'm just gonna go over it once more, check we've got a clean cut. Okay, so from here, what we're gonna do is just peel back the top. We've got our strip here. Twirl it like so. Whee! Just twirl it like that. And then we're gonna put it on our baking paper here. And we are going to start twirling the twirl. Round and round we go. And with the little bit at the end that looks like a little bit, I'm gonna say ugly, just kind of tuck it under. So this last bit here, just put that under. There you go. Twirling. Okay, so these will expand and puff a little bit. However, I've just left a tiny little gap. If you don't have a smaller tray, that's okay. You don't need too much room around them. They don't really expand like a cookie dough. Now these are nearly ready to go into the oven, but there is one last step, and that is to baste it with some egg wash. So I like to crack an egg, and egg wash is pretty much just egg and water. But if you don't have an egg, You can also just use some milk, which is a good substitute. So I sometimes do that if I don't have an egg handy. Obviously egg is the preference, but you know, you don't always have them available. So let's go ahead and just whisk this up now. Mini whisk. I got a bowl that was way too small for this. When you use egg wash, keep it in the fridge for a day or so if you're gonna be baking other recipes, or you can just use it for like scrambled eggs or something like that. Go ahead and grab a basting brush, just lightly brush it so it looks nice and pretty. If you wanted to go a little bit extra, you could also sprinkle on some sugar and some salt, give that sweet and salty pop. But we are going to be using the icing sugar later to finish garnishing it, so I think we'll leave it as is. And we're gonna be drizzling extra caramel Biscoff sauce on top, so I think it's gonna be fine. Now we are ready for the oven. We're gonna bake that now for about 15 to 20 minutes. Everyone's oven is different though, so make sure you check and rotate at halfway. While I'm waiting for my Biscoff Swirls, I'm gonna do a quick tidy up of the kitchen and make a little omelette for my twins with the leftover egg wash. Oh my gosh, the smell wafting through the house is absolutely insane. I always think that when your baked goods are ready, they just emit this amazing smell, and today is no different. So I'm gonna get them out of the oven. Mine actually needed 25 minutes today. So scrap the 15, 20 minutes. Mine needed 25. As always, just check yours as you go. So you wanna bring them out of the oven when they're nice and crunchy and toasted on top. So let's go check mine out. It smells like sweet, buttery pastry. The Biscoff is insane. It's just amazing. And they look beautiful as well. I love how they're like that nice scroll, and I can't wait to eat them. So at the moment, they're gonna be like really, really hot, too hot to eat. So just let them sit for a little while. We'll still have them when they're warm, and drizzle them with the Biscoff. So while you're waiting for this to cool down, just go grab yourself a little sieve here, or a sieve of some sort. Fill it with some icing sugar, which we're gonna dust with. And then I've just got my regular Biscoff spread here. Put like a tablespoon into a little saucer here. And I just put that in the microwave for 10 seconds and it melted down. I'll show you. Melted down really easily. And we're literally just gonna pour this on top. You could also just use these to dip it if you wanted to do that as well. The time has come. I'm so excited. So ready for this. All right. Nice and golden on the bottom. Crispy and flaky on the top. So now just give it a little kiss with this beautiful icing sugar. Oh, looks so pretty. And then go the extra mile. Drizzle this on top as well. The extra Biscoff. Yum. Oh yeah, my mouth is watering. Wow. It's like you can't get that first bite down fast enough because you just got to go back for seconds. Yes. Okay, let's talk about this. Firstly, amazing. Secondly, you'd be surprised if you're worried that these might be a little bit too sweet. They're actually not. The pastry really mellows out and balances that sweet and savory. The Biscoff with that little bit of crunch in the middle is definitely worth it. And then the buttery, flaky pastry, oh my gosh, just all these textures compiled together is so amazing. I definitely think that that little bit of icing sugar and extra bit of Biscoff on top really does make this. I mean, you guys saw how easy this was to make. Go the extra mile, make these beautiful, easy Biscoff pastry swirls. They are amazing. Your family's gonna love them and you are gonna love them. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit the bell and subscribe to my channel. I have new videos coming out all the time and I have hundreds of recipes up on my channel, so make sure you check them out. Thanks so much for being here and I'll see you again soon. Bye.